we had a lot of people, hands on deck. All hands on deck were on this film, and I made sure to find w- what I made sure to find.
There's blood in my throat, enough to choke on it.
Greater LA Today, presented by the Chicano Hollywood Film Festival. Tickets available at ChicanoHollywood.com.
Talk to us about the importance of other filmmakers, or maybe people who are not filmmakers who don't know about this. The importance of just looking around you to see what there is for the resources, because a lot of times those can be the things that make a film come to life, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So I made sure in this film, because it was my senior year, I definitely wanted to include as many people as I can within my community. I was definitely very privileged to go to an art school, so I definitely had a lot of resources already there. But regardless, with or without having those resources, I still had to face some adversity or challenges. So, for example, fundraising, I had to make sure to sell this idea to other people as well as family. Like I made sure to go through like family members that I hadn't even talked to. I was like, please, please, like I can sell this idea. This is a personal, story you could understand, as well as like I even had friends who donated $5, and that made like a huge difference because it was closer to our goal. So I would say definitely look around your community, even if it's people who don't know film at all. You have to find a way. How can they support? What is a way? What can they bring to the table? Whether that's they can bring crafty, they can bring food, they can even if they don't know film, they could be a production assistant where they can help out a little bit, clean up. You could borrow a friend's car. We had a lot of people, hands on deck. All hands on deck were on this film, and I made sure to find w- what I made sure to find how can every person that I know contribute to this film and how can they help.
Yeah, because we've all heard the term "it takes a village," and sometimes it takes the village that you how to remember is it they're all around you. Like
Yeah.
like you said, friends and family for crafty, or for locations, or for roles too. So
Yeah.
yeah, take a look around, filmmakers. And with regards to other filmmakers, that was the next question. The next thing that we talked about previously, Neelan, is what's your message to budding actors and actresses, budding filmmakers? And you went into an area that I love to talk about, which, in my opinion, gets seldom talked about, which is mindset.
Mm,
Uh, with regards to that, you said, take stock of what's around you, or I'm sorry, take stock of first what you don't have, what you need,
mhm,
and then shift to the mindset of, okay, I don't have this. Here's the shift
mhm.
that you pointed out. How can I get this? How
Yes.
can I make this happen?
Yeah.
Talk to me about that, because that is so important.
So I feel like one of the biggest things with filmmakers is, or just in anyone in general, we've all been through this. We we want something, but then if we know it's gonna be hard, or if we don't have it on us, if it's not the first thing we can grab, then we believe we can't have it. So a lot of this stuff when shooting this film, there was a lot of things where I couldn't get like first hands on, but I made sure that to not be my reason to not do it. So as you said, I had to think, how can I get it? If I can't, I know I can't, get it. This is the first thing. You have to change that mentality to how can I get it? How can I get to this? What are steps can I take to get this? If it's not the first thing I have, if it's not the first thing available to me, how can I get to that availability? You know, I think you should remove your status completely. So don't even think of it as like, oh, I'm a first time filmmaker. I can't have this, or this is impossible. You should think of it. I'm a first time filmmaker. This because I'm a first time filmmaker, that should be a reasoning for me to actually get this. And I think a lot of people put those mental blocks on themselves with anything. Um, Whether either they're a first time filmmaker or they want to reach out to someone who they believe has a bigger social media presence that they believe they can't get to. I mean, you can. At the end of the day, you could. It's possible. You just have to do your research. And that can take hours. At the end of the day, it's kind of how bad do you really want this, and what are the how far are you willing to go, you know, for what you want. And it's possible, if as long as you manifest it and actually try, then that's all it takes. And I think that's the best part of, doing this, is that if you try, as long as you can say you tried, you tried. At the end of the day, if you want to, reach to someone that's, or a producer, the worst thing they can say is no, right? But you tried. You could say you tried without saying, if you didn't try, you would, kind of think to yourself, what, I should have done that. I should have reached out to the producer. But if you did, you could say, I did reach out to the producer. There's many more producers. You continue. How can you continue to keep growing?
Very cool, ladies and gentlemen, especially for you budding filmmakers, actors, and actresses. You guys heard it directly from the director, Mr. Nelan Castillo. Open up the mind with not, I can't do this or I can't have that, but how can I do this? How can I make it happen? Cool. I love that, Nelan. I love that.
We welcome everyone. So if you want to watch the My Life film, please come support and watch at the Chicano Hollywood Film Festival on Saturday, August 1st at the 2 p.m. Block 3.
Cool. Thank you very much, Nelan. I appreciate you being on Greater LA today. I really appreciate all your time, your energy, your expertise, your knowledge base from having made your films. And I look forward to having you on Greater LA today when you've got the next thing coming up that you want to put out.
Thank you so much, Edgar. I had a great time.
Greater LA Today, presented by All We Have, now streaming on Tubi.